Hey everyone, I am so excited because I was lucky enough to get a trendsetter box with the Cricut Mini EasyPress, the new one. And as soon as I took this little plastic wrapping off of the cord here, I knew that I wanted something to be a cord keeper. If I leave a twist tie anywhere in this house, my husband automatically throws it out, and I knew that I was going to need something. So I used Cricut Genuine Leather in the cranberry to cut this out. I just took this and I measured it. I laid it out on my self-healing mat and I just measured it and typed those dimensions into Design Space. And then I wrapped it around here to put in my little snap so that I knew it was secure and snug and all of that. But I wanted to use the mini to add a little phrase to it, and I used Cricut Foil HTV, and I just did mini but mighty because that's the phrase that they're going with the mini EasyPress, and I thought that was really cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to slide this right in here so that I know where to put it. This is not, it's a little bit bigger than the inside of this handle, so I'm going to, because I left extra room on my carrier sheet. So I have some of the Cricut heat resistant tape. I'm going to need it anyway, so what I'm going to do is just place it on there now to hold it down for me, and then just to keep it in place so I can have it centered. I'm a little neurotic that way. So I'm going to unsnap this and pull it out, and I'll rearrange this after. I'm going to plug this in quickly and get it heating up. I forgot my little base over, so I'm going to do this. I'm just going to plug it in quickly. I went to the EasyPress heat guide on the Cricut website, and I typed in my information. So I'm going to just press the on button while it heats up. See how quickly this one heats up. I know my baby press heats up really quickly. So the mini one, I typed the mini, I select foil. They didn't have genuine leather for the material, so I just chose faux leather. I figured that is close. And apply. Now it says low, which this is already set to, and 30 seconds, which this doesn't have a timer, so I'm going to set one on my iPad. Now what's different in this is it requires constant movement with light pressure, which is very different from anything that we've ever done when using HTV. So this is going to be new. So it gives me all of my supplies, my preparation, preheat for 5 seconds, place it on, do 30 seconds. Now it does recommend here, there's a little note, overlap iron on edges by 1/2 inch. And it does tell you to tape down the corners, avoiding image area, because the tape impression will press in and you don't want that. And then I have to wait for it to cool to peel it because that is with foil. I am going to now just move this a little bit to line it up some. And I will adjust, oh, that's ready to go. I will adjust the tape on the side, which the tape is very important because I'm adjusting it so it doesn't affect my image. The tape is really important because you need the constant movement, and that is, you know, going to be interesting. I've never had that before. This is my first time using my press too, so we're learning this all together. And I think this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve. Okay, so I have to pre-press this, so I'm just going to peel my tape back, overlap this a little bit so it's still kind of lined up. And I'm just going to, my 5 seconds, heat this up. Alrighty. And put it back here. My tape fell off. I'm going to, all right, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to set 30 seconds on my timer, and then we will be ready to go. Okay. All right, 30 seconds it is, and we have to keep it moving. This is very interesting and very different from what we are used to. So I'm curious to see how it works, you know, I'm applying light pressure like it says, which is easy to do as you're moving it around because it's not, I can tell that I'm probably going to get an impression from the carrier sheet on the leather, which is okay. I don't know if we can get that out, but we'll double check it after we peel this off because we have to remember this is a cold peel. So now I'm using the leather too, and I am noticing that it slides really easily on the carrier sheet, but once I get to the faux leather, it is a little bit more resistant to move. So keep that in mind if you're using the leather like I am. And I'm going to make sure I'm getting all edges, and we're getting, I can use the little tip here. I'll show you guys after while this is cooling down to get some of these edges that I'm, you know, these little pieces right on the edge. This little tip is nice for that. All right, and I put 30 minutes instead of 30 seconds, so hopefully I'm done. You can see this little tip here. It makes it really easy to get in with those little small pieces. So we're gonna give that a minute to cool, and then we will peel it off and see how it looks. Now I'm going to see, we can change the heat settings just by continuously pressing the off button. So you press it once, it's on, twice for medium, 3 times for low, and press it again and it's off. So it's really easy to use. I can get my hand close and you can tell it's definitely really hot, but not too hot, so I'm sure it will cool down pretty easily like the bigger EasyPresses, which is really nice because it makes them quick and easy to pack up. I'm going to remove this from that part of my mat just so that it will cool down a little bit faster. Sometimes it will help if you kind of rub it, cool it down a minute. I'm touching it with my sweatshirt because if you touch it with your hand, it's super hot. So don't do that. But yeah, we'll rub it down for a little bit and see if that will help cool it down a little, but that's a cold peel, so we want to do that. I'm really excited about the mini and all the things that we're going to be able to do with it. It was so easy to press this. I didn't have to take out, you know, even though I have the 6x7 press, it is still a little bit bigger to take out when you're just doing something as simple as this. This will be perfect too if I want to go and visit my friend. I can just actually toss it into my purse. And now that I have this little strap to keep all the cords and stuff together, it will make it much easier. And just throw in my purse, go over to my friend's house, and we can use it. It's really great. And I mean, in general, that's awesome with all of the EasyPresses. Any of them you could pack up, put it under the seat of your car to save even more space, and, you know, take it wherever you need to go. Let's see. All right, this has cooled down enough. I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss any spots. Ah, perfect. And it actually, normally the carrier sheet would leave an impression with the leather. I've had that happen quite a few times actually, and it didn't, because I don't know if it's because of the constant movement or it doesn't have as high of a heat, but I'm really excited about that because I hate that look. So excited.